Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about letting go of any residue, anything you left behind from yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. I suggest you clean that up. You don't want to carry that over today, that big heavy bag, and start your day out like that. So clean that up so we can have the best day ever. All right, our list: sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you have nothing but excuses: gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, shopping, cutting yourself, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, sexually abusing one another, and you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about self-abuse talk, how we talk to ourselves throughout the day, and the negativity, the doubts, the insecurities, never good enough, no matter what you do. And a lot of this behavior, this is why I talked about addressing the importance of addressing our childhood and how we were treated in our family, and how that is carried over to your adulthood. And you think because you're an adult that you're over it, but in many cases you will find situations where you keep reliving that same old ugliness over and over again. And I know for myself, I had to relearn all this stuff in therapy, down to the way I thought of myself, how I was stupid, how I was never good enough. And by going to therapy and starting to challenge myself and doing different things, I realized that was a lie that I told myself. All those insecurities, never being thin enough, never being pretty enough, never being good enough. Again, through therapy, through working on myself, through learning, getting clean, really just diving into wanting to learn why we do what we do. And it's repeated behavior from childhood. So that self-abuse, that self-talk, and that's why it's important to be with somebody that you trust. When I talk about that person you need to talk to, because how we lie to ourselves, we never grow, we never get any further. And those little challenges that I have you do, where you do for 30 days, you realize that, again, that was a lie. You can do this, you can do this. Every little baby step that you do to make yourself better, build your confidence. That's why mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and sexually, you build every single one of those up in the power of controlling your own life, controlling your own day, and not allowing what anybody says, what they tell you. When you're in a relationship, you're no longer infected by any negative talk. You can just smile and say thank you for sharing. Now let's talk about when somebody does say something about you and you really get pissed off. Normally there's something you need to correct. So if you're really upset and if you're really angry about what somebody said to you, whether it's your child or it's an adult, I want you to look at it, and I want you to really address what they said and say, is what they said true? Because if it is, I suggest you start cleaning that up and working on that and not making that person wrong. I believe in constructive criticism, but there's a healthy way to go about it. And then there's an unhealthy way to go about it. And my husband and I, both of us, are very good with healthy criticisms, and we share with one another exactly what we're feeling. We don't take it personally. Actually, we take it as a compliment, because he's truly doing it out of love. I'm doing it out of love, not out of malice, not out of anger, not out of making. He never makes himself better than me, and I never make myself better than him. And that's the power of a partner that truly has your back, loves you, and is willing to take the stand. It's not easy to speak truth. It's not always easy to tell people we love, but that's the only way we're going to get better. So we got to learn how to communicate more and more, and it starts with how we communicate with ourselves. Talk to yourself as if you are talking to your best friend. Be kind, be gentle, be compassionate. But like for today, let's use today. One of the things that you don't like about yourself and you can change, let's do that for 30 days and watch how powerful and incredible you start feeling. Remember, balance, not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. And that is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. Hey, you smooth talkers, manipulators, narcissisms, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful spiritual saying by Michael Singer. Okay, spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in that comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide that you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide that you want to enjoy your life and that there's no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. It is a decision from your head to your heart. All right, I'm going to read a little section of my book. Page 61. Thoughts of mine and others from A to Z, what I value to be true. A is for attitude. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Attitudes are emotional responses to situations, people, and ideas. We are not born with these feelings. We have learned them from the outcome of relationships with our parents, our friends, our past experiences. We have become conditioned to feel, to think, and act in certain ways. We need to change our negative attitudes with a willingness to learn new ways of feeling comfortable with ourselves and others. I think my way into making my daily life a heaven or a virtual hell. I can now faithfully say that my problems were my own doing. I have learned that it is not the situations in which I find myself that matter, but rather my attitude toward them. My approach to life is in my own hands. I try to guard it from destructive thoughts, hard feelings, dark moods by filling my mind with love and service. I want to acquire an attitude of humility, not by words, but by my actions. I love this. I live by this every single day. I really work faithfully, use my tools. When I find my attitude shifting, I correct it ASAP. because I know I do not want to waste a moment of any day anymore. I went through enough pain. My first year of recovery, 35 years ago, the pain was insurmountable for a year, and it was letting go of everything. And I really dove into my recovery, and I cried for a solid year. I didn't know you could cry for a solid year. And it wasn't just my marriage or Joe being away or raising the kids on my own. It was everything. It was my childhood. It was watching my brothers and sisters root my dad on to beat me. And I used to think all that was normal. Well, none of that's normal. Nobody should root somebody on to beat them. Just all the different things, all the rebelliousness, all the things I did to myself, all the problems that were caused in the pain that I caused my parents, all that came up into a screaming halt, and it just exploded outside of me. But the beautiful thing is, once I addressed it, once I said it out loud, once I confronted it, once I looked it straight in the eye, it no longer had power over me. I was able to forgive myself. I was able to forgive everybody around me. That's why I have a really great attitude. And one of my greatest strengths that I've always had all my life was, no matter how bad the situation was, I was able to turn it into something wonderful. I didn't let it carry that kind of power over me. Okay, remember, it is a decision from your head to your heart to change your life. I'm going to do our checkoff list, work on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I could change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much she's appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. It's always about fear. I will talk with someone I trust, respect, and be honest with them. Accountability is key. You cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do to have a successful day. And mine is always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, and keeping my food clean. And then I'm going to have a great day. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. The greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, you can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I can go over with you my workshops, or if you want to order books, leave your number and I can sign them and mail them. My service is lifeinharmonyonline.com. Leave your number. I can go over with you my services and my life coaching. And remember, I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that round button that says L. Hit subscribe and the podcast will automatically come to you. I did the playlist. Please start with podcast number 1. It's very overwhelming and have this information, and you need to process it slowly. So start with podcast number 1, number 2, number 3 in order to receive it. And remember, I want you to have an astonishing day today, and thank you for listening.